I can't run. She stuck a hot blade to her face. I'd like to point that out. Can you see it? Yeah. Cyper, you gonna go stream? Come on. Shop, okay.
Before she first met him, she was not in a good place. Just a teenager, but not like the others. Barely functioning, she rarely left the house. Her father's in-bell made sure of that. Only occasionally did she venture out on her own, collecting firewood and herbs. Errands out in the Orkney Plains.
Hey, Zoe.
That was her world. Like this one. Barren and lonely.
Up there, okay.
It's already disappeared. Nothing lives here, not even you. It's in your mind. You think you can see it, but it's in your mind.
There he was. The lone figure of a boy. Sword play under the shade of a tree. She remembers the first time she saw him. To her young eyes, he moved as if dancing. And the world danced with him. The gloom lifted. And for the first time in years, she felt a ray of hope.
How are you, Zoe? It's hard to find times to talk in this game. That's good.
Watching from afar, she mimicked him, perfecting her own secret dance, wishing those fleeting moments of light would stretch out to last forever.
No. It's a trick. It's an illusion. It's not real. Do you really think it's real? You want to believe it's real, but it's a trick. You're deluded. Where are you going? Where is she going? What is she following? You can't even fight. It's just deception.
How does he so effortlessly court the world and bliss? If only she could do the same. See the world through eyes anew and dance with it, just like he does.
Yeah, we're close to the end of the game, it feels like.
What's your name?
Senua.
I haven't seen you before.
I don't leave home much.
Oh, Zenua's daughter.
I have to go.
Wait. Who taught you to fight like that?
No one.
No one?
Well, I watched you, and
You learnt all of that from watching me? You should become a warrior, you know.
me?
I'm Dillian. I'm here for the warrior trials. Just come and watch. And bring your sword.
You can't put it into words. That moment when you look into the eyes of the one who's supposed to reassure you, make you feel safe. It only takes an instant. Fear swallows you before you have a chance to make sense of it. And darkness becomes a part of who you are. But her world changed the day the Northmen took him from her. Senua knows that there's no going back to how things were. That there's nothing to go back to at all.
Stay still, stay quiet, hide, don't tell her.
Their gods can see into your mind. They will use this power to destroy you.
They won't stop me. I can still feel it.
Whatever's left of him, they will never let him go.
I'm not gonna let him rot here.
You're the one rotting here.
Leave me alone.
You will die here.
No.
And all your suffering will have been for nothing.
Shut up! Dillian? Is that you? I'll find you, my love. I promise.
Can you see him? You want to believe it. Is he for real? Is he there? You're alone in these mountains. Is that Dillian? Nothing lives.
I think after this game I might go read the synopsis on Wikipedia.
Alive.
Read it out loud on
You
stream.
met him by the tree. She met him by the tree.
Just to kind of give people some closure.
What's he trying to tell you?
If this game doesn't end with closure.
By the tree.
We might actually need that for this game.
The Northmen tell of a great hero. His name is Sigmund. His father's hall was built around a great tree, and one day, Odin comes and thrusts a sword into the tree, a gift to whomever can release it. Many try, but the sword only comes out at Sigmund's touch. His brother-in-law, King Siggeir, wants it, but Sigmund refuses him, so King Siggeir plots revenge. He invites Sigmund and his brothers to a feast, but when they arrive, they are met with an army, not a warm welcome. King Siggeir captures Sigmund and his brothers, steals his coveted sword, and readies them for execution.
Well. I'm glad my sister never tried to kill me.
Death for Sigmund and his brothers seems certain. But the king's wife is Sigmund's sister, and she begs for mercy and implores the king to chain them up instead. He agrees. Not for mercy, though, but because he plans an even more cruel and lingering death. Chained to a tree in the forest that night, a she-wolf comes and devours one of Sigmund's brothers. She returns, ravenous, night after night, until only Sigmund is left. The next day, Sigmund's sister sends a servant with honey to smear on Sigmund's face. But to what end? Well, that night, when the she-wolf appears again, you'll never guess what happens.
That bell voice is like making me listen to what my cats are doing. What do you mean by that? Let's see if there's another one over here. Might be one more over here.
Take it. A sword. Take it. Dillian left it for you. Take it. Take it.
Love when this game has cutscenes. This computer loves its cutscenes. Sounds like the bell that our cats have had on their collar. Computer, we're gonna have a talk after this.
What's happening?
Senua, imagine a sword that can slay gods. Its name is Gramr. It was forged by the god of all Northmen, Odin, and gifted to Sigmund, a great warrior.
I need this sword. It's important. Can you help me?
The sword appears whole, but it is an illusion. It shattered into shards long ago. It is said a great warrior
Ignore the video.
forged Gramr,
Desync.
answering the trials of Odin, one for each shard. The roots of the Tree of Death will take you to new lands, where you will face the trials.
Don't tell me we have to get the sword and then go down to the... Go down to hell.
Go to the shard. What's the shard? Find it.
It's the metal runestones. Find it.
Okay.
The runes.
You need that sword.
Go to the shard.
Find the shards.
Thank you. That's what I asked.
Where is it? Find
Find
it.
it. There it is.
Focus.
There's the shard. Focus.
Focus.
Use your eyes. Look.
Get closer.
I can't focus if you're gonna save.
It's not safe. Move closer.
Go. Come on. What can you see?
It's
A king in the north forced the dwarves to make a sword that would never fail and never rust, and that would slice through iron and stone and bring victory to its bearer. But the angry dwarves cursed it. It would be the death of a man every time it was drawn, and it would be the death of the king. Let me tell you about the sword Tyrving.
I don't recognize this place. Where are we? Where is she?
It feels wrong. Where are we now?
Oh, joy.
So strange that we go to such lengths to bury death. Something so very ordinary, inevitable. It's as if we conspire to hide death, because we have no answer for it. But when it comes, forces itself onto our friends or loved ones. Then comes the reckoning.
Feel the dead in the air. You can feel the dead. Don't go in there. Go in. You have to go in. Take the torch.
Take the torch.
Take it. This will help you. Careful. You have to be able to see.
Who's there? Dillian, I'm here. I'm here for the trials. Like when we first met, remember?
There's a lot of stuff about her we're just learning. Like that one.
There he is. There he is. Dillian, there he is. Finally.
You found him. What's wrong? What happened? Can you hear me? Just wait there. I'll find you.
What's happened to him?
Let's go back here. How about over here?
I'll find him.
What's that? Did you hear that? Nothing. Was that voices? Is that his voice or the voice of the dead? Not Dillian.
Dillian's calling to you. Can you hear him?
Where is he? He sounds like he's getting further away.
Senua, you remind me of a story that the Northmen tell about a young woman warrior. Her name is Herver, the daughter of a berserker, born after he was killed. She's a wild, willful child who teaches herself to fight with weapons. When she learns where her father is buried, her only desire is to reclaim the treasure buried with him, but above all, the sword, Tyrving.
So she went and dug up her father, basically, find out where her father was buried, just to get his stupid sword. Sounds about right, actually.
Don't touch the walls.
You don't know what they might do.
Turn back.
She has to keep going.
It's not safe here.
She has to keep going.
If you go down there, no one can save you.
It's too scary.
I can hear him.
Herver disguises herself as a man to join a band of warriors, and soon becomes their leader. When they come to the island where her father is buried, her men do not want
I probably won't be
to
streaming when you get
They say
back.
that evil haunts the island, and that it is a worse place by day than other places are by night. Fearless, she lands alone. There are many grave mounds, and all of them have ghostly flames burning over them. She comes to the grave mound of her father after passing through these ghostly fires, as though they were mist. The flames I passed through were real enough. Damn the Northmen to hell.
Yeah, you gotta go. Okay, Sype.
Find another way.
I'll talk to you later if you're not here before we're done.
Where can you go? You're failing. Find a think. Focus. It's not him.
It's not him.
We told you. We told you it was a trick.
Bye, Sype. How deep is this place? Sure, why not? Let's go this way.
You don't recognize it. Don't doubt yourself. You'll never find it. She doesn't recognize it.
Yes, you do. You know where you are.
She doesn't.
Listen for his voice. Listen.
Dillian, where are
Listen
you?
for his voice. Look the same.
Looks the same.
Something's different. Look for clues.
What is it?
What's different?
There's a clue.
Okay, what's the difference?
Light the torch. Light it. Look for the torch. Light it. You.
Really?
It'll help you see.
I was doing that. It wouldn't do anything.
That voice doesn't sound like Dillian. What's happening? It's not him. It can't be. What's that sound? The voice is changing. What? That's not Dillian. That doesn't sound like Dillian. It sounds like something more dangerous. Something is here. Something is in the labyrinth with you. Something evil.
Within the burial mound, Herver calls on her father to wake from death and bring her his sword. She says that it is not seemly for the dead in their grave mounds to
Okay.
bear valuable weapons. Her father
Man, my eyes hurt.
with words of warning. You go to your doom. Baleful runes surround you. You have gone mad. You have lost your mind. Your thoughts are confused. It is dangerous to wake the dead. Like I said, she reminds me of you.
Well, that's lovely. I don't know where to go. Huh. And I feel like I could map out this place. I don't want to. Like, I feel like that might be a solution to this, is map it out. But at the same point, nah. I ain't got that kind of time. Let's go one more.
Where are we? She has no idea. We're going round in circles. You have fallen in. You think that sound is Dillian's voice? It's a trap. You walked right into their hands. They have you right where they want you.
Wonder if this is the same one.
How could you? You think that voice is Dillian's? It's not. It's beckoning you to your death.
Oh, this is lovely. And we can't run either, so... Okay, from here we can go that way, but at least the same room this one is. So we go to this one. What's special about this one? Blades and pots. There's that. There's a shield on the wall.
Does everything look the same? Looks the same. Something's different. Look for clues. What is it? What's different? There's a clue. Look.
What's in this room? God, we can't run either. What's the thing that's different?
Let her think. No. No, don't. It's space. She just knows. No. She doesn't think. Don't listen to them. Just us. She needs us to help her. Think clearly. What do you need to do? She needs us. Do you need to tell her what to do?
Wait.
Another strategy. She needs to think. She needs to think. She needs to think. Shh. You're lost forever. What are you going to do when the torch runs out? We'll wander around until it gets dark.
I'm looking at each different one.
This will come to claim you again. Nothing you can do. Nothing.
2 pots. What's the thing that's different in each of these rooms? It can't be a minor thing. One of these is different. In a very subtle way. Nope. What's the subtle difference? Man, I am so... Okay, so here's what we do. We can continue on doing this for the rest of time immemorial, or I can look up how to solve this one issue. I don't want to look up a solution, but we are on, like, we have an hour and a half left in this stream. So do we look up a solution now? Or do we just continue going around this for the next 90 minutes? Hopefully we find a solution. What does everyone think? What's the consensus? I do want to see how long the game is, just in general, too. Can't do anything anyway. Like, photo mode's disabled in this area because all the areas are the same. So what's the consensus?